it all right then about Friday?
Yes, Nick. It's a date.
Dating, according to Merriam-Webster Dictionary, is to do an activity with someone you might have a romantic relationship with. Today, dating takes on a new meaning from the dictionary definition. Talking, seeing each other, Netflix and chilling, all refer to dating among young adults. With advances in technology, online dating has lost much of its stigma. A survey by Pew Research Center found that online dating is more culturally acceptable than it was in the early millennium.
I used Tinder, and I thought Tinder was something that it wasn't. I thought you were supposed to get on there and if you slide to the right, they would respond. That wasn't the case.
I haven't used any dating apps. I haven't ever felt the need to use one. I feel like if you are going to date somebody, you should meet them in person first. First impression is everything.
I do think that we are leaning on these technologies to be able to mass communicate in a manner that we haven't used it before.
As we spend more time on our mobile devices, dating apps are allowing people to find love and companionship. In a matter of seconds, you could be matched with people who you might be interested in, with apps such as Tinder, Match.com, or Plenty of Fish.
Yeah. I like to say maybe in the beginning stages of a relationship, if they got together through a dating app, because they might have gotten comfortable talking to the other person through the app, so when they got face to face, it was kind of maybe awkward.
I think dating apps could definitely affect a relationship. Once you're in that relationship, I think you should do away with the app. There's not really a need for it anymore. You found who you want to be with. So I feel like dating apps can really affect a relationship.
I mean, that's what I would think, because I'll get so used to just their text, not really their face and their facial expressions and all of that stuff, their body language. I wouldn't have gotten used to it. So if we've been talking for a month just through an app and then we get together, it probably won't last because I don't know. It's just pretty bad. I don't think that would work.
Pew Research Center recorded 1/3 of dating app users have never actually gone on a date with someone they've met on these sites. But are these apps affecting the way we communicate in relationships?
And then you may never even go out on a date at this point, and the relationship's over before you go to dinner with someone at this point. But I do think that the traditions that we've all had, that communication tradition, has not necessarily changed. It's just shifted, and it's just moved into a different medium of communication. But that need for constant contact that you even had 15 or 20 years ago, before cell phones were mainstream, I think that still exists, and that constant want to be in touch with that person. I just think it's easier now to do that than it used to be.
In some instances, that constant need for contact or relationship leads to online misrepresentation, or so-called catfishing. MTV produces an entire series that investigates online relationships.
Were you thinking about marrying this guy?
Yeah.
Which reminds viewers of the old adage, buyers beware. And while the effects of online courting is still uncertain, one thing is clear.
It's definitely made it more accessible and more acceptable.
For Southeastern Times, I'm Brittany Robinson.